Friends, good evening. Welcome to our info meeting for the 2024-25 season. I see people that are still coming in, but since it's 7:03, I promised that we would have started on time. I think it's time to start. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for joining us. We have around 1 hour to present our keynote and then to answer all the questions we can. If we have to go longer, we're more than happy to extend the time. For your information, this session will be recorded. You will receive a copy, I think, tomorrow automatically from Zoom, so that you can keep a copy for yourself if you need to share it with your wife or just keep it for you. We will also place the recording online on our website, so it will be available to the ones that are not able to come tonight. You have a Q&A area in Zoom. I'm sure you're familiar with it. So you can write your question in that area, and we will reply those questions at the end. So feel free to write them whenever you want. If you already have a question, that's great. If we answer during the session, we'll just keep them. Otherwise, we will just read all of them at the end. I hope that you can hear me. I don't have any way to see you guys, obviously, since it's a webinar. So let's start. Okay, so tonight, Coach Mia cannot be here. She's the other founder and co-director of the club together with me. She's also my wife. She has been a pro player in Europe for 12 years. She has several years of Serie A, and that is the NBA of volleyball. She's also a coach, and she's currently coaching U11 and U12. She's the director for Little Waves, so for our section for elementary school kids. And tonight she's running a practice, so she will not be able to be here. This is me, obviously. I'm the assistant athletic director here at Carleton School, where we have our headquarters, where we manage the majority of our practices. In addition to that, I'm the founder and co-director of the club together with me. We have several programs at Wave. Obviously, if you're here, probably you're interested in the competitive ones. But on the other hand, on the side, we have other programs that eventually you will need to look into. Obviously, we have summer camps, Wave Summer. We have Little Waves, that is our section, competitive and non-competitive for elementary school kids. So if you're familiar with our club, you're familiar with the program, we have always called Little Waves just a non-competitive program for elementary school kids. Now, for branding purposes, we are putting under the same umbrella of Little Waves also the U10 and U11 teams, competitive. So you will see in the presentation, U11 and U10 will be called Little Waves. Doesn't change anything, still competitive, still have to go through tryouts. It's just that everything that is elementary school related will be under Little Waves. Then from middle school up will be Miami Wave. And then we have Wave Training. That is our non-competitive program for middle school and high school. Wave Italy, our summer camp in Italy, that is now at its third edition. And then obviously we have the competitive program. For your reference, we have this table also on our website, on the tryout webpage and on the registration page for tryouts. So you find it in multiple places. The age division in volleyball doesn't reflect the school grade. So there's a little bit of difference between school grade and normally the cutoff day is in September, and volleyball age division, that is July 1st. There are no waivers, meaning that while in other sports, in some division, you can ask for a waiver. So if you're born, June 30, you can ask to play one division down. Volleyball doesn't allow it. So unfortunately, this is what you need to follow when you register for tryouts if you have not already done. Okay, these are our programs. So little waves. So U10, U11. If you're trying out in one of those ages, we offer only little waves program, meaning that no matter in what team you will be, because we will have multiple U10, U11 teams, no matter in what team you will be placed, there's just one program and one division that we run, meaning that it's 2 practices a week. Presence at practice is always required, and it's one of those things that affect your playing time. We participate to a tournament that is called, to a local league that is called Florida Junior Challenge League. It's on a 1 day only, meaning that we play or on Saturday or on Sunday, normally once a month or once every 3 weeks from January to May. And we travel for no more than 1 hour, I would say. So the farthest location is probably 1 hour away from Coconut Grove, from where we are. In addition to that, the Little Waves team will play a couple of 2-day tournament, meaning that for 2-day tournament, it means that we play on Saturday, we play half a day, so or AM or PM. Normally you play in a pool, and then you come back to play on Sunday in a final bracket. So in a 2-day tournament, you play between 4 and 6, 7 games. 3 on the first day, and then from 1 to 3 on the second day. Little Waves teams don't continue during the summer, so the season goes from October, and we will check the exact dates later in another slide. But we go from October to the beginning of May. Black teams, so now we are talking about middle school and high school. We have black, teal, and aqua. So we color code the programs based on the intensity, the level of experience, and how much they travel. Okay, so the black teams are the ones that play locally. So they play between 4 to 6 2-day tournaments. In addition to that, they play the Florida Junior Challenge. That again is this league that we play in 1 day only, Saturday or Sunday. Presence at practice is always mandatory because anyway, it's a team sport, so we cannot have anyone staying behind. And it's 2 practices a week of 1 hour, 30 minutes. Then one step above, we have the teal teams. Teal teams is the only program that this year will change a bit compared to the past, so compared to the current season. Again, mandatory presence. Now we wrote it on everyone because since there are several parents here that are facing for the first time what playing competitive means, what playing competitive volleyball means, we want to make sure that it's clear to everyone that trying out for a team and becoming part of a team means that you have a full commitment to that team. It's not that you come when you can. It's a full commitment with the other families. If you don't come, it's a problem also because we need to reach a minimum number of players for tournament. So we understand that club volleyball is not for everyone. So club volleyball is something that you have to commit to, and it's something else on your plate. And as a family, sometimes can be can be too much. That's the reason why we have non-competitive programs that are on a registration format, so you don't need to try out. It's first come, first serve basis. And if you come, that's great. If you cannot come, that's it. But being part of a team cannot have that kind of flexibility. So we will talk more about that later. But anyway, just to let you know, trying out for a team means that you already know that in case you receive an offer for one of the teams, you will be able to commit in full. So going back, teal teams, mandatory presence at all practices, 3 practices a week, 2 during the weekend. Normally is 1 during the weekend. I prefer to tell everyone that is 1 during the weekend, and then eventually going back to 3 during the week, during the weekdays, rather than going the other way around, because I always prefer to offer the worst case scenario. Okay, but as of now, for the availability that we have in our gym, the chair practice is on the weekends. And the teal teams will play the Florida Junior Challenge, plus they will play 4 to 6 is 5 to 6 2 days or 3 days tournament in state. So some of them will be local here in Miami or in the Tri-County area. Some of them will be in Orlando, Tampa, Daytona, Jacksonville. So those tournaments require an overnight stay. So it would be a combination between the Florida Junior Challenge, so a lower level, normally it's a lower level tournament, together with higher level tournaments like qualifiers in Orlando, like bigger tournaments like the one that we play both in Tampa and in Daytona. For the teal teams, so if you receive an offer for the teal team, the fee that you will see and your commitment last until the AAU Nationals that normally are in the middle of June. And then we have the Aqua teams. The Aqua teams are the ones that travel nationally. So they don't play the Florida Junior Challenge League. They play only 2-day and 3-day tournaments, 3 practices a week, 2 during the week, 1 during the weekend, 1 conditioning session per week. And again, qualifiers would be both in-state and out-of-state. And obviously, AAU Nationals are included. Okay, fees, you can already find the fees online. I think we are the only one. We're very transparent. I think we are the only one with all the fees for every single team already on the website since 2 or 3 weeks ago. In the same way, we have our parents' handbook on the website, so it's accessible to everyone, Miami Wave player and non-Miami Wave player. So maybe you can get an idea if this is a good place for you, and before registering to tryouts or before coming to tryout, if this is something that is a good fit for you. So this is how the payment works, and then we'll discuss a little bit about registration fee when we talk a little bit deeper about tryouts. So there are 3 fees. The first one is the registration or acceptance fee. The second one is the apparel fee. And then you have the tuition for the year. So the registration or acceptance fee is due no more than 24 hours when you decide to accept an offer. We'll go more in the time frame and timeline later. But you have an acceptance fee once that you receive an offer letter and you decide to accept that spot in the team. Then on September 1st, you will receive an automatic payment, because once that you register, there will be a registration form online. You would put your credit card or your bank account number in the registration form on our platform. And then on the 1st of each month, it will be charged. So on September 1st, it will be charged for the apparel fee, because September is when we have to process the order with Mizuno in order to get everything in time for December. That is the first tournament that normally we have, not with every team. Some teams start in January. And then you have your tuition, okay? The tuition that you see here, it's divided in 8 monthly payments from October to May. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Okay, so 8 payments from October 1st to May 1st. This year, for the first time, there's also the chance to pay in full at the beginning of the season. So there are families that, you know, prefer to save some money. They don't have a problem paying at the beginning. So you will see, once that you register, you have 2 options. One is to pay everything in full at the beginning. The second one is to pay on a monthly basis. I want to clarify for the new parents, for the ones that didn't play club, please, first of all, read the contract and read all the waivers, okay? But I don't want to be like a car dealership in which there are things that are hidden. The fact that we divide the fee, the tuition, in monthly payment is to make your family life, your financial planning easier. Doesn't mean that you can withdraw at the end of the month. Because unfortunately, when we set up the team, we divide fixed costs for that team for the number of players that we have in the team. If 3 players drop out in January because they find something else to do, then we don't cover the expenses. So it's not like a gym membership. It's the same thing that we were saying before about team commitment. It's a financial commitment as well. So the contract that you will sign once in the registration form, there's a digital signature and the legal contract that say that you're responsible for the whole year. The only situation in which we stop the payments is in case of end of season injury. So if something happened, obviously we hope that it doesn't, but if something happened, so a big injury happened, and your daughter cannot play volleyball anymore, you send us all the medical certification, and we will stop the payment from the month where she got injured. So from that day, all the payments after will be dismissed and canceled. Okay, but that's the only reason why. That's the only reason how you can stop the payments. Otherwise, you're responsible for the whole season. If you want something that is on a monthly basis, weight training is the thing for you, meaning that 2 weeks before the next payment, you can just shoot us an email saying, yeah, I don't want to come anymore. Please cancel me from the payments. No question asked. There's no more payments due, and at the end of the month, you get canceled from the following session. The other things, if you have 2 kids with us, you get 10% on the first sibling. So the second one, whichever has the lowest fee and is in the lower program. Okay, then just to clarify, let's keep Little Ways on the side. Little Ways team will be called with other colors, pink, purple. So, and those will not be ranked, meaning that there will be no ranking between 1, 2. It's just we will color code them to make it easier to recognize them. They will be U10, U11, and they will all run the same number of practices and run the same turn. Then when we get to the middle school and high school age, this is the ranking of the team. with black and black Mizuno that are side by side. So it's not that one is the one team and one is the two team. Okay. To clarify, it's not that each age division will have 4 teams. So it's not that for U12 we have aqua, teal, black, black Mizuno. 13 aqua, teal, black, black Mizuno. 14 aqua, teal. We don't fit. We are not a big club. We're not planning to become a big club. We are planning to keep exactly the same number of teams that we have this year, not one more. So the numbers are not right if we want to do 4 teams for each age division. Okay, there will be age division where we don't have an aqua team. We start from teal. There will be age division where maybe we have aqua and black. Okay, so if you receive an offer for a teal team, don't start thinking, oh, bummer, they placed me in the second team. Who knows who got in the first? Okay, you can ask us. No, do you have an aqua team? Sure, we'll answer you. But don't go automatically in this way of thinking where, okay, I got the teal team, so it means I got the second team, or I got the black Mizuno, so I'm the 4th team. It doesn't work that way. Based on the level of players that we have, level of experience of players that we have, some we know because they have been with us, some we don't, and we will check during tryouts. We can have an idea because anyway, if you have already registered your daughter for tryouts, you saw that there's a sort of questionnaire in which we ask you the level of volleyball your daughter played in the past, how many years of volleyball experience she had. So we can get an idea there, but then obviously the real picture would be when your daughter comes here to try out. And again, to clarify, aqua, national, teal, state, black, and black Mizuno are the ones that don't travel but play locally. Okay, so we'll talk about the season 2 minutes, and then we'll get into tryouts. Okay, and I will try to be as to go as deep as I can in the tryout process. So we have a pre-season. So let's say that you made the team. So you come in June or you come in July. You make the team. So you will receive an offer letter. You will accept your spot. Then on your end, there's nothing to do until we start. Okay, and I will tell you what the steps before October 7 are. So the fact that we run tryouts early in June or in July, and then we wait so long before we start, it's just for all those families that are traveling during the summer, so and they want to have everything set in stone before they leave. That's the reason why we have tryouts in June. Okay, so we run a tryout there. We offer a spot, so you can go on vacation and then you're good to go. Okay, or you come in the middle of July and the same thing happens. Okay, then until October 7, there are no activities. There are no practices. But in September, we have a few events that we ask parents and girls to attend. So September 15, there will be a 15 day, and the parents meeting. And then between September 15 and October 7, there will be a team-related activity so that you can meet your teammates, meet the coach. Coach will have a parents meeting so that you have a generic club info meeting plus one with your coach. So from October 7 to November 3rd, there's a pre-season. Why a pre-season? Because there are a lot of schools that are still in season, so we can't overlap with them. The pre-season is not mandatory. You come if you can. If you cannot, you don't. Maybe you have, still practices with school. You can do 2 practices. We always obviously invite our players to practice more. But at the same time, there can be some conflict. So we do this 4-week window where you come if you can, when you can, and we do just conditioning and skill development. Then from November 4 up to May 18, this date could change. Actually, I think it will be May 25th. You will have 2 or 3 practices a week, depending on your age and level of black, teal, aqua, plus strength and conditioning program. If your tier, tier program, if your level has the conditioning program included, and then you have your tournaments. Tournaments are run from December up to May. Then for the black teams and for the little weights teams, in May your season ends. For the teal and aqua teams, the season goes on until the AAU Nations. Obviously, during the season, like November 4, May 18, we have some breaks now for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, last day of the year. In that period, we are off. Then for the rest, we just stop if there's a big national holiday. Then we have wave training. So again, we'll talk about tryouts later, but we always have more players showing up at tryouts than the player that we can keep. Now, there are clubs, most of all the clubs that have a facility that they try to make as many teams as they can. We have a fixed number of teams that we make. Doesn't matter how many kids show up at tryouts. Normally, what happened in the past 2 years after COVID, 3 years, we have never been able to keep everyone, but we try to offer something to everyone. So one of the things that we offer, there's people that want to stay with us no matter what, even if they cannot play competitive, that we're not able to offer them a competitive team. There is wave training. So one of the things that could happen is that at tryout you don't receive an offer for a competitive team, and we say, hey, you still need to work a little bit on your basics. So we offer you a spot in a priority registration, so that opens before opening to the public, to register for our wave training, so non-competitive program. If you want, you have 2 weeks, and then we open it to the public. Normally, our wave training program gets sold out pretty fast, so that's the reason why we open it in priority form, so that that you have your spot if you want for a limited time, and then if you prefer to play somewhere else or do other things, obviously you don't need to take it. We just leave all the left spots to whoever wanna get it. Okay. We were talking before about the Mizuno package, so that fee that you have on September 1st, when you will come here for the mandatory event on September 15th. I say here because I'm at Carrollton. I'm sorry. When you will come to Carrollton on September 15th, you will try on all everything in the apparel package. So there will be here the Mizuno wrap, with multiple sizes for all the items that are in our package, so that you can try them on. You can fill the form with your sizes item by item, so we're sure that they're the right one for you. And then the day after, so September 16, we place the order, because unfortunately Nike, Under Armour, ASICS, Mizuno, they're very late in printing and delivering the apparel when it's such in big quantities. So we need to go fast, and we need to do it at least 2 months before the season to start. Actually, we try to do it 3 months before the season starts. So. Okay, these are our facilities. We have more than this, but the other ones that we use are not for competitive programs. So these are the ones that we use this year, and we will continue using next year. Ransom Everglade, they're all in a, I think, I don't know, 5-6 minutes radius from each other. So Carrollton School is the school where we have the majority of the hours and the majority of the team practice. Then we have Ransom Everglades, the middle school, and we have Ponce de Leon, that is in Coral Gables on US 1, where we have just one court, just a couple of days a week. So obviously, not a lot of teams go there. We have in all our schools, and I want to underline it again. I say it always, it's on the website. I write it here because for new parents, it's something that maybe is not clear. You will see it when you register not when you register for trial, when you register for the competitive team. Before paying, one of the things that you have to sign that you read and you agree with it is that we don't allow spectators. Okay, and even if we would love to have spectators, we can't because 2 contracts out of 3, Carrollton and Ransom, so 98% of our hours in the gym, 2 renters don't allow us to have spectator in the gym. So obviously, to keep it consistent, we are doing the same thing even at Ponce de Leon, but we can't. Okay, it's not that we don't want to. We grew up as European with the rule in every single club that you can get in the gym as a parent 50 minutes before the end, and all the clubs in Europe more or less have this rule. But again, it's not even about what we think; it's about what we can do. So until we are in facilities like these ones that are beautiful, and we are blessed and thankful to be able to be in Coconut Grove, to have 2 amazing gyms like these 2. If the price that we have to pay is that spectators are not allowed, we're happy to pay. Then there are families that are not comfortable, and we totally support those families, and that's the reason why we say probably this is not the right place for you. There are other clubs that allow it. No, but the solutions are, or we find a facility in Coconut Grove that we can buy, and then we get the policies we want, or otherwise we have to stick with what they tell us, or we have to move 20-25 miles from here and commute. And I don't think it's something that we want to do for our community. So tryouts. If you have already registered, you chose your date. If you haven't, you have 2 options as of now. That is June 4th and 5th, depending on the age division. Dates, obviously, and times are online, so you can check the table over there, where we are planning to give out between 50, I know that it's a big gap, a big difference, between 50 and 80% of the spots. Okay? It depends on the age divisions, will depend on the team level. So it's a big gap between 50 and 80, just because I don't go team by team during this presentation. Then we will try to fill all the teams on the session that we have in July, on July 14th, that is a Sunday. Then if spots are still available, so if we complete all our rosters there will be no makeup tryouts in August. If let's say some of the teams still need player, okay, so maybe, you know, out of the 14 teams that we will have, 2 of them will still need player, we will open a tryout session only for those specific age division, and we will specify what level we are looking for. Maybe for the older ages, we will also say what position we are looking for. One question that I get a lot of time, there are players that eventually don't receive an offer in June, and they ask, can we come back in July? Yes, obviously you can come back. You don't need to pay. You can come back and try out again in July. Just let us know that you're coming again. So you shoot us an email like a few days before, and we will add you to the roster of that tryout session. Okay, so how does it work? So you will receive an email from us a couple of days before your tryout session, just with basic information about you know, what time to be here, how does the check-in work, you know, what the session will look like, and things like that. Then you come to our tryout, you try out. So we have 2 hours of volleyball in which we try to make an assessment. Then we take around 24 hours to make a full evaluation with the team, with the coaching staff, and we will start to send out offer letters. So you will receive an email to the same email address that you use to register for tryout. So if the email address you used is one that you use just for you know, advertising for trash, tell us something. Send us an email so that we can change your email address on file, or I think you can even change it on file directly, so that you receive an email for real, okay, in an email box that you read and you have access to. Okay, you will receive an email from Playmetrics. That is a platform that we will use during the season, in which it will say for what team you're getting an offer. Okay, so we will tell you what team we are able to offer you. You will have 24 hours to accept or decline. We ask you, if you decide not to accept the offer letter, to please decline it. You need 1 second. There are 2 buttons. It's accept, and then obviously accept, you need to fill a form, so you will need a little bit more than 1 minute. And there's another red button that says decline. Please click on decline. Why? Because probably for you now it's a waste of time, but there are maybe, you know, 50 or 60 girls that are waiting and praying for 1 spot in the team. So as fast as you decline that spot, we can offer it to someone else that maybe want to be in that team. So you have a 24-hour window to ask for clarification, shoot us an email saying, hey, can you please help me understand something? And to accept or decline. After 24 hours, the offer expires and we start moving down in the waiting list. The other thing that can happen, so we are in June, again, come to try out, then 24 hours after, we start sending email. Doesn't mean that you will receive an offer letter in 24 hours. We start, and then we continue. No? So some will decline, and we move on. And some will have the 24-hour expire, and so we will move on. So you have to give us like a 3-5 days window. At the end of this 3-5 days window, you will receive an email no matter what. So or you will get an offer letter for one of the teams, or we will tell you that you're in waiting list, and we will reassess. We have your evaluation, and we will reassess after July tryouts. And then you can say, no, I'm not willing to wait July. You can say yes. Okay. And then the third thing is that we offer you a spot in weight train. So one of these three things can happen. If you're U10, U11, so you're under the Little Waves umbrella, it will happen the same thing. So, or you will be offered a competitive team, or you will be offered Little Waves classes that are the non-competitive version, the 3 versus 3 version. In order to accept and secure your spot, you need to pay the acceptance fee, the registration fee. Okay. I tell you why. Because unfortunately, in the past, not a lot, but it happened more than once that parents say yes, they don't pay, we secure that spot, we send out an email to the other families saying, sorry, we fill the team. And that 2 days after or 3 days after, when you reach out again and say, hey, can you please complete the registration? They say, oh, I'm sorry, I decided not to accept the offer. So we require that acceptance fee also as a form of respect for those players that at the end of the day would love to be in the team and they don't get a spot in the team. Okay. And the registration, the acceptance fee is high, and I know it. That is high, $800, for the same reason. Because when it was 300 or 500, like in the past, last year was already 800. A lot of families were comfortable enough paying acceptance fee in several clubs and then picking in September. And we had this conversation with other club directors. We are all on the same boat. We all see this thing in the same way. So that's the reason why we decided to bring the acceptance fee at a higher price. It's the same one that last year. Okay, prices are very close. Actually, teal teams are lower than last year, but they're all very close to the fees that we had last year. I don't think they're on the website anymore, but if you were a major way player, you know what the fees were last year. So we didn't make them higher, but at the same time, there are some fees that we required at the beginning because of things that happened in the past. Then again, after you accept your spot, you will not hear from us for the summer, and then in mid-August you will receive a notification from us in which we talk about next step, like membership. You have to make a USA Volleyball AAU membership in order to play the tournaments, and plus the events in September to then start in October. When you will receive the offer letter, inside the offer letter, there will be already a draft of the practice schedule and of some of the tournaments. Okay, let me clarify these two words: draft and some of the tournaments. So draft, because things could change. So last year, I think we were pretty consistent, meaning that what we wrote in the offer letter for, I would say, all the team with the exception of 1 or 2 was exactly the same practice schedule that actually happened and we actually had. But you also have to understand that is a puzzle, meaning that there are times in which now we do a full club practice plan, thinking that we have like 4 U14 teams or 3 U14 teams and 4 U13 teams, and then things flip. So if they flip, we have to change something in the schedule. So when we send you a draft, we do it with the best intention, but sometimes during the tryout process, it goes from June to July and sometimes August, things change. So we thought that we were going to make a team and then we don't make it. So we make another team in another age division that needs to practice at a different time. So things move, unfortunately. But again, for our past experience, we always try to move them the least we could. So that's our plan for this year as well. Anyway, you get an offer letter with a draft, and when we are done with the team, you get another email from us saying, okay, practice plan is confirmed. So I'm talking about August or first day of September. We will tell you, okay, practice plan is confirmed, or please pay attention, this day has changed to another one. Okay, but we will tell you 2 months before, sorry, the actual season start. Okay, and again, talking about worst case scenario. About some of the tournament, because many tournament organizations don't release their schedule until, I don't know, October, November. Some of them changed. Like this year, we had a problem with one of the tournament, one of the days of the Florida Junior Challenge League, because in November or in December, they changed the date from 1 week to another. So there are things that are under our control, and the information that we have, we're happy to share them. There are things that we still don't know. And those ones, we prefer to say that we don't know rather than telling you things that then are not true. So we share the information that we have right now in our hand. And if there are information that maybe can change, we will let you know that maybe they can change. Okay, I'll leave this part because I see that there's a long list of questions. Okay, so this is just, okay. Good evening, Enrique. This question, when can we register and when does registration open? So tryouts are open. Tryouts are already open. Are open since April, I think. We have a few hundred people registered for tryouts right now. We will keep the registrations open until the day before tryouts. What will happen is that we will need to add another session of tryouts, meaning that we cannot fit anyone else in that specific date. There's too many to evaluate. So tomorrow we will close that, the first session, the one in June 4th and 5th, and we will open a new one probably that weekend, meaning 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, June 8th, right? Yes, June 8th and June 9th. So for the ones that are not registered yet, please do it tonight. Otherwise, tomorrow the date will change because there's no more space. We don't have space enough to make an evaluation with 2 courts and 10 coaches. But the registration for that program are open. For the tryouts are open. Obviously, registration for competitive teams are not open because you have to be invited by us. So in the email you will receive, you will get a link that allows you to register, but without that link you can't, obviously, because we have to select you for that team. And wave training is not open. Why? Because we want to give priority to those players that will not make any of our teams. So we don't open it to the public, and that's why registrations right now are closed, are not open. Where will the classes be and what time? It depends on what team you will be. We have Carrollton School every single day of the week and weekends. We have Ransom Everglade Tuesday and Friday. We have Ponsley on Monday, Wednesday, and probably we'll add another day. So it depends. You will receive a draft of your practice plan in the offer letter based on the team where you're in. Can you repeat again, please? 718. I don't know what it was. If you want to write, Brittany, if you want to rewrite your question with the specific topic, because it was 30 minutes ago and I don't remember what I said 2 minutes ago. This is the same when is registration open. How do we recognize our team color? It would be in the offer letter. Meaning, in the offer letter, it would say you have been accepted in the, I don't know, U13 black team. So you know that's the team where you have been accepted. Then how do you recognize during the season? No, I mean, you will have your schedule under your team name. When you are at the tournament, that will be the name of your team. The uniforms are the same for everyone. It's not that they have different colors for different teams. So it's not a black team, it's black shirt. So Isayana, I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry. I don't speak Spanish. I know I live in Miami, so I should learn Spanish. That's in my bucket list. By 6 años, I don't even try to answer in Spanish. 6 años, no, she's too young. She's too young. She can play at Little Waves. Little Waves, yes. The practice during the competitive season is always at the same location. So I don't know if I understood the question. So practices will be in one of those 3 locations. One of those 3 locations that we said. So the pre-season, the one in October, will be all at Carrollton. So those 4 weeks of boot camp are at Carrollton only. Then from the beginning of your team season, that is November 3rd, I don't remember. Then is when you will be in one of the other gyms, and the schedule will be always the same. So every week, let's say that you go Tuesday and Thursday at Carrollton from 6:30 to 8. Every week it should be Tuesday and Thursday at Carrollton from 6:30 to 8. Then again, we rent gyms. They're not ours. So sometimes there are school events. So if there are school events, school closures, we inform you, practice will not be this day or will be that day. But it's always in one of those locations. We don't send you to, we have a gym in Palmetto Bay. We don't send you to Palmetto Bay. We have another gym in Little Havana. It's not our plan to send you to Little Havana. This location goes by itself. So the 2 gyms in Coconut Grove plus the one in Coral Gables. When did you say weight training program opens to register? It will open mid-June. So mid-June, a little bit later. No, mid-June. So once that we start sending out email, when we get to the part where we offer weight training, there will be a link to register. So you will be able to register. And then from July, we keep some spots for the players that will come in July that don't make a team, but the other ones will open them to the public. Can kids from any elementary school join the Little Waves? Yes, sure. So Little Waves, well, first of all, Miami Wave overall. Now you can join, doesn't matter in what school you are. We have people that come from every school, from Miami Beach to North Miami to, obviously Carrollton, Ransom, but we have kids from everywhere. And Little Waves is open to everyone. The Sunday classes. Then the Sunday classes or the competitive teams. Same thing for Miami Wave. Then we offer after school, Little Ways as an after school in 7 or 8 schools in Miami, in the area, between Coral Gables, Coconut Grove, South Miami, that are just for the kids of that school, but that's a different thing. So for Little Ways, for the classes or the team, for the Sunday classes or the teams, yes, everyone is welcome. When will the calendar of the tournament be published? When they give it to us. So normally we send out a draft, I think in September, but there are still some tournament organization, like since there are different tournament organization, there are some that are really good, like Three Step is a big organization, and for the first time they already published their dates, so they had flyer at the last tournament with all the dates, so we know those ones. But there are others that we still don't, so it could be incomplete, and then once that we have the confirmation from everyone, that normally is October, end of September, then we send out the final version of the tournament schedule. But we have an idea anyway already in September, and we send it out. Do we get to pick the location closer to our home? No. No, they're 5 minutes apart, one with each other. So being part of a competitive team requires that you commute for those additional 5-10 minutes. No, because now maybe in the same team we have 5 players that come from Key Biscayne and 5 that comes from South Miami. So for the 5 from South Miami, Ponce de Leon is closer, and we have to practice as a team. So yeah, we base our practice plan on unfortunately on other things. Hi, if we already are in the training program, do we have preference to register again for next season? Yes. So you will be in priority together with those players that are receiving an email after tryouts. Are you sending an email only to the player you want to offer a position to? So we are sending an email to. So I give 2 answers because I don't know what the question is. So if you're talking about your family household, we are sending the email to every email address we have on file. But make sure that the primary email, so the one that you use to register for tryouts, is the one that you read. Then talking about players, meaning list of players, so we send out the emails in batches. So we send out the emails to everyone. So in a 5 days time frame, everyone will receive an email. We receive an email, but not all at the same time. And again, because maybe we start from a group of an age division, and then maybe 3 of them decline, so we move to the next players. And maybe we have to move 3 players that accepted a second team. We'll ask them if they want to move up. So it's a long process. So we cannot make an offer to everyone on day one, because it's really a moving puzzle. Like things change every other minute. You move a player, and then another spot opens up. So you send them. You send an offer. You have to wait those 24 hours. Then you send other offers. So I don't want to send an email saying there is no spot available, and maybe 5 hours later there is. So we ask you to be patient for those 5 days, 1 week, so that we can have a clear picture. So if you don't receive an email from us on day 1, be patient. you will receive it. Okay, we will inform everyone. So it's not that you will never hear from us. You will receive in that frame, just not everyone at the same time. But yes, we will contact everyone. Everyone that showed up will be contacted. Marco, is play metrics the replacement to Team Snap? Yes. Is there a replacement to Team Snap? Because we found these. Yeah, it's more complete. It's more complete also for us. Like, it give us more tools to evaluate players. We have the chance to create report cards for the players so that we can stay in contact with you and we can let you know the beginning, in the middle, at the end of the season, where your daughters are improving, where they need more work. So I think it's more complete. It allows you parents to be more involved, and since you cannot get in the gym, I think that was an important piece to add. And then yeah, there are some additional things like Team Snap. On Team Snap, you cannot send videos in the chat, while here you can. So small things that I think are more are a good fit for us, for what we were looking for. So yeah, we are moving after 3 years on Team Snap. For the parents that don't know what we are talking about, there are several platforms to manage a team, payments and things like that. So we are moving to another platform. That's it. It's very similar. They're very close one to each other, but these are some extra tools that are very nice. What was the acceptance fee again? From 12 up, it's $800. For the little weights team, so 10 and 11, 350. Again, all the fees can be found online, and you will receive this video as well. So if you didn't take note, everything is public. Where is the location of the tryout? Carrollton School of the Sacred Heart, Duchess campus. Everything is online. So when you go, you will receive an email with the address. But if you go online, the tryout page, you will see there's a map, the address, time. So everything is there. Again, we try to share as many information as we can through our portal and our registration form. How many games are in the season? What days of the week are the games? So tournaments days, as I was telling you, it depends on the team. So all the tournaments are during the weekends. So or Saturday or Sunday or both. And in 1.5 day of games of tournament, you play normally 3 games. So yeah, you go, I would say, like 16, 18, 20 days of tournaments, excluding AAU, 22 for the aqua teams, 22, 23. So multiply them by 3 is 60-ish. 60. You go from 45 to 60, I would say, depending on the team. And then you have the AAU Nationals, if you're in one of those teams that does the AAU Nationals. How many teams you have per division? It depends. So we are a very big club. We are the biggest club in Miami, in the county, in the elementary school world. So obviously we have very big numbers in 10, 11, 12, 13, and also 14. So we tend to have more teams, normally 3 per age division in that age. And then we go down to 2 or 1 for the high school ones. Can you explain about the black team and teal team? Yeah, I think I did. I just don't want to keep everyone here if something is missing, I'm happy to shoot you an email. Feel free to write to us at info@miamiwavevolleyball.com. For tryouts, do the girls need to be registered with USA Volleyball or whatever the national organization is now? No. If you're already with us, there's nothing needed in any way because you have a AAU membership. If you have never played volleyball and you don't have any insurance, yes, AAU membership, as written on the website, is necessary. You can send us an email and we will guide you in getting one. Can you elaborate more on your summer programs? Yeah, we have summer camps and clinics. They're open to everyone. So you don't need to be a member of Miami Wave in order to participate to our summer camps. There are camps that are for different ages and for different levels at different times. They're all at Carrollton. So if you go on the website, you would see the age of each camp. So there would be some that are from middle school, some for elementary, some from high school. And then when you find the one that you like, you can register. You can register to one, to multiple. They all have different topics, different things that we do. Like you have the passing camp, and then you have a get ready for tryout camp. You have camps that go from 9 a.m. to 2 or 3 p.m. So they're longer. And then you have clinics that run just for 2 hours after that. So you can decide to do just a camp, just a clinic. Let's say 9 to 3, there's a camp, every day of the week. And then 3:30, 5:30, there's a clinic on something else. There's people that just register to camp, people that just register to clinics, and people that just say, you know what, I'll do both. So I come the whole week, 9 to 3, I have 30 minutes break, and then I do 3:30, 5:30. All the camps in June are sold out. So right now we are only accepting people in waiting list. For some, we closed the waiting list because anyway, it was already too long. So you will never get at the end of the waiting list. Others are still open. And then for summer activities, we have a camp in Italy. I think we have one spot left just for the second week of the camp. It's in Tuscany. And it's open only for middle school up. So if you're in elementary school, we don't accept kids in that camp because anyway, it's a liability that is too high for us. Registration can be found online always. So there's a tab 2025 summer. You go there and everything is accessible. What I mean is how many U12, U13, yeah, it depends. Like 3 teams. Well, I think I answered. I think this question was before. What is the level of the non-competitive teams? The reason is that if she's not selected or she does not want to play competitive, will there be opportunities for her to play locally and with a good competition? So if it's non-competitive, there is no competition. So there are classes. There are classes in which we teach them the skill. And this year, since numbers in the wave training programs are big, and since we have other locations where we do wave trainings, now we have more than 100 kids that do wave training with us. The plan is to start having an internal league between different groups of wave training. So the plan is from January to start this league where you can register. It's not included. So you come to the classes, and if you want to play some games, 6 versus 6, you will be able to register, find your team, and then on Saturday here at Carrollton, we'll run this pool with different teams. But it will be only inside Miami Wave. So we will not play against other clubs. Okay, for that, you need to be part of one of the competitive teams, black, teal, or aqua. What are the age cutoff per division? That was on the third slide of tonight. So you will find it there, and you also find it on our website. So you will receive these presentation. You can read them. You find them on our website on the tryout page and in the registration form, the registration link once that you register for tryout. So everything is there. I don't remember. It's not that I don't want to answer, but I don't remember just thinking about that. Okay, skip this. How do you register for early tryout since there is no option to click it? No, when you click on register for tryout, you can register to all the tryout session that we have available. So you just need to click on that button, and then all the options will be there, both in June and July. I'm in 11th grade. Can I still attend the summer or skill camp? Shoot us an email. Maybe we can check. It depends on your level. If you're an 11th grader and you're advanced, no, probably it's not for you. If you're a beginner, yeah, but you can shoot us an email so we can go deeper in your situation. Is there going to be a training season in Palmetto? Yes, there will be a training season in Palmetto as well. The team will have one location for practice. It depends. We try to keep the teams in the same gym, just because it's easier for us, and I think also for the families. There are, I think, a couple of teams that rotate. Most of all, if you have the weekend, so if you're in one of those teams that practice 3 times a week, the weekend is always a count. Okay, this is done. Is there any in Cutler Bay? No, there is in Palmetto. That probably is the closest one that we have. When is the registration for the non-competitive program, please? Yeah, so again, it would be from June 15. The classes will start in October, 2 classes a week. Still in one of those 3 gyms. We have a one weight training here in Coconut Grove, and then we have one training in Palmetto Bay, and we should open another one in Brickell. So you have 3 different locations. They start in October, they end in May. It's 2 classes a week, just skill development and basic volleyball strategy. So we try to give them the foundation to then go and play club competitive volleyball. It's a monthly commitment, so you can withdraw every month. Prices, registration link, everything would be up in the summer, in the month. Okay, this one is done. Can payments plan be set up? The more diluted way that we have is the monthly one. And we don't have anything after that. Then if there's a specific situation that requires our attention, we can plan a meeting and see. But normally we don't go more than that. How many hours of training are there per day? Per week, between 3 and 6. 3 and 6. 3 and 6.5. What's the full amount of the program? It was in one of the previous slides. I don't remember, and it's also on the website. So on each page of each program, meaning wave training, little waves, and wave competitive, you find the price of that program. Little waves and wave training, they will be slightly higher than what you see there, because those are easier prices, and then gym rental always goes up, and other things always go up. So we need to recalibrate. The competitive ones are already up to date because it's the only program that as of now is open. So we always publish the prices before we open a program, obviously. Okay, I don't see any other question. So unless something pops up now, parents, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for your time. Feel free to contact us via email or text message if you have any question. Thank you so much. You will receive the video, I think, tomorrow. And we hope to see you at tryouts and to meet your girls. So thank you so much again for coming. Have a good night.